Hi guys, welcome back to TedRedwood FM. I am Ed. Today is the final episode of Season 2 of being Sir Bob with Newcastle United. Things haven't gone the way we wanted them to, and for a variety of reasons. We last met in the league for Arsenal where we lost 3-1. I've already done this catch-up once before where we played Stoke in a semi-final of the FA Cup, but I screwed up the audio and don't want to keep releasing crap audio videos, so that's disappeared. So yeah, we got to the FA Cup semi-final against Stoke, lost 2-0. We just did not show up at all. Very even game. They just took their two chances and we had one or two and didn't take them. Simple as that really. So yeah, bombed out the FA Cup and league form has been inconsistent and bad really. We lost to, I showed you Arsenal, sorry. We then beat Watford 1-0, Ryan Gould in the 87th minute, which was nice. He doesn't really get on often on a score, bless him, so yeah, it was nice to see him on the score sheet. Got smashed 3-1 against Chelsea, Hazard, Martins and Giroud. For Chelsea, Lukic, the youngster, scored for us before a 2-2 draw against Liverpool where, I mean, form's not been that bad if you think about it. I mean, drawing against Liverpool is not too bad, but we gave this away in the 93rd minute. We were 2-0 up and they equalised in the 93rd, which was awful. That was Mitrovic twice there for us. Then that lost game against Stoke in the FA Cup semi-final. Beat Derby 2-1, Abraham and Lukic on the score sheet for us, and we held off a late rally from Derby to win that before we came back from 3-0 down against Man U. So Sanchez scored twice just after half time, Pogba scored. Then I changed formation, or changed the tactics a little bit, went a bit more direct, a bit more counter, because I don't normally change things between games. But Grujic and Campbell both scored before Grujic got sent off, and then Paul Dennis, a youngster, sort of centre mid or striker apparently, scored for us in the 77th minute. So yeah, 3-3 draw, so not too bad. How the league's looking though is a bit rubbish, and I think in Bobby Robson's second season in charge we finished 11th. I have to double check that. But yeah, not good really, is it? So we're 12th at the moment. We're 2 points behind Bournemouth. We are 3 points behind Brighton. So we can finish as high as 10th if results go our way. I don't know what Bournemouth and Brighton are doing in terms of games. We've got Stoke in the final game of the season. If they lose, they can still go down, so they'll be fighting. But I want us to finish in the top half. That's what the board want us to do. We are stable. I guess it's been quite tight. So if we look at the points, we are, I mean, 7 points off 7th, which, considering how we were going, is terrible, but it's not that far off. And we were pretty close yet again to an FA Cup final. And we have gone through the transfers. I went through them on the episode that's been lost. We've got a few players coming in at the end of the season. If we look at future transfers, loads of youngsters, like a ton of youngsters. And then FM Hall of Famer Mamana, or Manamana, however you want to say that. Got James Maddison coming in, Andy Carroll's coming home, Harry Winks is coming in. So yeah, a few players, and hopefully refresh the squad, maybe go for a bit of a tactical change as well. But like I mentioned, today is pretty important. I do want to win. I do want us to finish in the top half. It's going to be ambitious, but you never know. So our lineup for the last game of the season is Nick Pope in goal, Mbemba, me, Lascelles and Calabria at the back, Hayden and Paul Dennis in the middle, Atsu and Joel Campbell on wings, and then Olmo and Lukic up top. In terms of Stoke, so they obviously came straight back up, or they could go straight back down. They've got Butler in goal, Wimmer, Martins, Indy, Dawson, Peters, Juan Fran at the back, who must be a million years old by now. He's 35. Probably still does a job too, so keep an eye on him just in case. They've got Ndai and Beulah and Allen in the middle, and then Boney and Simeone up front, who I haven't managed before on this, but yeah, he looks pretty handy, doesn't he? So I'm at the back end of an illness as well, so I'm somewhat recovered now. My voice is a bit sketchy. Also the background's changed because my wife decided to move around the kitchen, which she does occasionally. But that's all fine. So yeah, Brighton, Bournemouth, who we need to keep an eye on. We got better goal difference in both of them, so a win will just do us wonders. In fact, I should get the latest fixtures up. I really don't do this often, latest scores. Brighton are away at Derby, who I think have already gone straight back down, and Bournemouth away at Man U, so fairly favourable in terms of, well, at least the Man U one. I was going to say favourable. Derby, a bottom, like, absolute 15 points terrible bottom. Nearly bad enough to eclipse their record low points, but unfortunately not this year. The Man U are 2-0 up on Bournemouth, so a win at least puts us up to 11th, which is better than nothing. But get my words out. Stoke coming forward, but we do get the ball back. What we've done is, because before we were controlling and retaining possession, so I'm sort of hoping we're playing a lot of the same way but on counter, and hopefully with that we can just, I don't know, be a bit more defensively solid. We always make a lot of chances, but we seem to give the ball away a ton. But Olmo down the left, terrible cross, although it looks like Stoke are playing with fire at the back. They get it clear with Juan Fran to Wilfred Boney. Gives it to Simeone, crosses on, oh my word, backstick in. So yeah, great start, 1-0, woo! Another highlight, I'm being told to keep my voice down by my wife over text because she's taken our son up to bed, but I can't actually be any more quiet because I can't close the doors because she put the child gate there. So it's on record, it's not my fault, as Stoke go close again. How are we looking in the other games? Derby and 0-0 and Man U 3-0 up. So yeah, a win would definitely put us into 11th place. We can't drop as low as 13th, that's good, but in fact even Derby are winning now. It's like the Premier League wants us to finish in the top half, but we're just not getting near it at the moment. Maybe we need to take the game to Stoke a little more. I guess they've got something to fight for and we don't know, it's a bit of a problem. As they do come up down the right hand side, Juan Fran, who has run the show really at 35 years old, Wilfred Boney, and this is like watching the FA Cup semi-final over again. It's horrific. Right, half time is here. It's 2-0. I've told him I'm annoyed. We're going to move Hayden up, who is struggling pretty badly. Going to replace him with Pasalic. What do you want to do? You want to be a roaming playmaker? Why not? At this stage, I'm just going to say why not. Tammy Abraham can come on for Olmo, who is struggling for fitness, and then we will just see if moving the centre defensive mid forward into a centre mid position will help out, just get us on the ball a bit more. We get the ball back, we hoof it forward to Abraham on the left hand side, crosses it low for Lukic, and that is one of the best saves you're ever going to see from Jack Butland. That was absolutely ridiculous. We got a corner pretty much immediately. Atsu swings it in. Simeone clears to Joel Campbell on the edge. Pasalic puts it just wide. Oh, it's not going to happen, is it? Goal kick. Pope gives it out to Calabria on the right-hand side. Joel Campbell, Calabria, is players like this. I sort of said it during the FA Cup semi-final video that I've lost, unfortunately. I've not really brought in decent players. I brought in decent players, but not like good players. It's definitely not a stronger team than the one from last season, just it's a little bit cheaper and it has a bit more potential. So it's kind of a bit of a trade-off really. So I'm hoping sign players like Harry Winks and Mamana are going to really sort of help us next season. We still need a couple of decent established names as well. But it's all come from selling Zaha, and Emerson has given us the money to do all this like buying of youngsters and stuff. So hopefully we can, with the summer transfer budget, just buy a couple of like known players and really kick on, get into Europe next season and see where the rest of the save takes us. Obviously we're near the end of the FM18 cycle now as well, so I am already looking forward to FM19. I do love the save. I love playing as Newcastle as we go vaguely close, but I've sort of left it a bit late to really do much with this. So I'm kind of hoping for a bit more success in the third season. As is the final game of the season and we're pretty much done now. We're not getting anything from this. I'm going to bring on George Walker, put him up top with Lukic. So George Walker came through our academy. He's made 3 appearances. He's not really done anything. It's all off the bench. But yeah, he's okay. He might do as like a rotation one day. So yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes. Shaqiri with a free kick gives it to Simeone, who for whatever reason is completely unmarked. I don't really understand the AI here at all. Like, look at him. Who wouldn't give him the ball there? And I'm probably quite guilty of this because I don't actually go and set up all the instructions for corners and throw-ins because I just find it so boring these days. I've done it for years, and yeah, you might get a couple goals and stop a couple going in, but whenever you strengthen something, something else becomes weaker. I don't know, it's just a lot of effort to go through when I'm just trying to have a bit of fun. But yeah, that should not be happening. I know that wasn't a corner or a free kick either, corner or a throw in either. But we lose 3-0 to Stoke. Jeez. So that's the table at the end of the season. Strangely, Tottenham and Watford haven't played all their games yet. I'm not really sure why, but their fates are sealed in any case. That's not really a problem. We have finished 12th, which is a bit rubbish. We finished 10th last season, or 11th, one of the two. And I think we actually did better last season as well. I'm going to go have a look. Yeah, we finished 10th with 53 points. And this season we finished 12th with 51 points. So a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, just a terrible season really. Although interesting that Huddersfield finished in 9th last season, then got relegated. So it just shows that anywhere around this area you could end up anywhere in the table really. Watford going down as well. Derby obviously came up and went back down. But winners of the title this year are Man United for a second season running, Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs in the Champions League, City and Wolves in the Europa League, which is kind of similar to last season, really. We got to the quarter-final of the League Cup when we went out in extra time to Arsenal. We went out in the semi-final of the FA Cup where we went out to Stoke. Who is actually in the final at Wolves or Stoke? Oh, it's a massive missed opportunity. In the League Cup, Arsenal, Liverpool won it, so it is what it is. But that is the end of season 2 of Being Sir Bob. At the moment, sort of failing. We've sort of shown a lot more in the cups, but we should be in Europe this season coming. I think Newcastle got Europe in their 3rd season under Bobby Robson, or his 2nd full season, because of fair play, because we finished like 11th and got into the Intertoto Cup and then won that and got through to Europe. I think we did pretty well in the end. But yeah, obviously no Europe next season, so we're already lagging a bit behind, but I'm hoping a really good season next time around. I mean, he finished 5th in this season coming, so it's going to be a really big ask. Actually, no, he didn't finish 5th, he finished 4th, sorry. So yeah, that's going to be a massive ask. So basically saying we've got to get into the Champions League next season. I do want to win a trophy. We keep looking like we could do it. So just a matter of whatever happens with the transfers, I suppose. But if you've enjoyed that, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Still a bit more FM18, some USM2 is still coming out, and then FM19 plans are well underway. So please do subscribe for that and let me know what you're looking forward to. But thank you very much for watching.